Hi, welcome to my channel, Takia Tarot. Today is October 23rd. Hold on. October 23rd, Thursday, right? Yeah, 2025. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Give me a second, hold on. Alright, I'm back. I had to look something up. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling cards. See what happens. I'm getting the feeling of an unexpected reaction, but I don't feel like it's coming from you. I feel like someone is experiencing that. Whatever they just experienced or whatever, it's like they weren't experiencing that kind of reaction, and it's kind of like taking them aback a bit. It's kind of like making them reevaluate or readjust or see something from a different perspective. It could be the way you reacted or the lack of your reaction. But I feel like whatever you did or didn't do, someone is like, they were not expecting that. And it's as if they have to like readjust some sort of thought process, some sort of like, it's like they have to like reevaluate something. So this could be like with paperwork or data. I'm getting synthesis of known data. So whatever something someone knew, it's like they have to kind of like look at what they once thought they knew and like look at it from a different angle, because it's like something is not adding up. Something is not making sense. Whatever they know, I don't think this is you, right? I think how you reacted or your lack of reaction just by you being in your energy, I think it's causing someone else to reevaluate something that they once thought they knew or once thought they understood. She's fine. And it's like really, it's like a monkey wrench, just like really throwing them for a loop, because they were not expecting this new data to come forward or this new revelation or having this new perspective or having to see something from a different perspective. I'm getting like hanged man energy, right? This could be challenging someone's belief system. So this could be a Pisces, or this could just be 12th house energy, right? Their beliefs, what they once believed or what they once knew, is now being challenged by your reaction or lack of reaction, just by you being in your energy. All right? Okay. So I feel like everything that I just said, it's boiling down to transformation. Oh wow, look on the bottom of the deck, transformation. Like 1,000 storms held in hands, soft against the winds, there is change arising from deep within. Yeah, I feel like something is being like there's like a monkey wrench. I keep getting that, like something is throwing somebody for a loop, and it's like, it's kind of like somebody is sitting back and going, huh, right? And usually that happens when just like a light bulb just went off, or like you just realized something. I feel like that's that person. I don't feel like this is your energy. I feel like someone is like realizing something. Okay? And it's challenging what they once knew or believed, either about you or about their environment or people around them. I don't know. But just by you being in your energy. Bat. I do feel like you have a lot of eyes on you, okay? But I'm gonna get to that in a second. Bat, invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. So you have a lot of support, all right? And just as you have a lot of support, you also have a lot of eyes. So these eyes that are on you could be like your angels, your ancestor spirits, universe, like making sure, like, you know, we got eyes on the collective, right? Everyone's good. Where's the collective, right? It's kind of like that, but more like on the like you're in the middle and you have like your bodyguards around you, something like that, all right? But it's funny because as that's happening, as you are in that energy, you have other people go, huh, to you, like huh, I would have never thought, huh. So you mean the collective, huh? Okay, they're in that energy because they're actually looking at you. All right. So by you being in your energy, it's just changing things. It's just shifting, changing things, realigning things, shaking things up, blah, 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 blah. And you could just, it's just you standing in your energy, standing there. Okay? So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bats around this person. It's so funny because that's the number. At the bottom of the deck, we have divination. Alright, so you could be skilled in divination. You could be a prophet or prophetess, a seer, a high priestess. You could be very skilled in the art of divination or tools of divination, or you have a gift of divination, okay? Take a breath, take it twice, and insightful reflections are guided by light. You have a very, 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 very strong intuition, almost unmatched. I want to say almost, right? Because anything other than that would be being too cocky, right? And we got to give grace to the Most High God because that's why you have your intuition. Also, there's something about, we're in Scorpio season. Oh yes, we're officially in Scorpio season. So happy birthday to Scorpios. I mean, happy birthday to all the other signs when it's their birthday too, right? Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. But it's Scorpio season. My birthday season. So it's a Scorpio season. Okay, but there's, oh my gosh, what is a spot that is itchy? There's also something about Scorpio season. So you could be a Scorpio, or this person could be a Scorpio, or it's just about something massive. It's about to be changing. Some sort of dynamic beliefs, congregations. Why am I getting consecrated? That's something holy. When something is consecrated, it's deemed holy. All right? So you could be seen as someone very divine, very light, very holy, very pure. You just have that energy, or you're being seen as that energy, or people are like, huh. So they really aren't a devil. They really aren't a demon. They really aren't a karmic. They really aren't corrupt, or blah, 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 whatever the case it is. My hair, I know, my bangs are doing their own thing right now, so I'm just going to let them be. So yeah, you, there's something about, so if you're not a Scorpio, this individual isn't a Scorpio, or there isn't a Scorpio in this reading. It's just about the whole thing about transformation. And because we are in Scorpio season, and then what is it? We have like the sun, the moon, Mercury, Mars, and Lilith all in Scorpio. So there's a lot that's happening, all right? And it doesn't have a choice but to not happen, right? Because it's part of the change, the divine plan, all right? It's going to have to happen because it has to happen, because it has to happen, all right? Change is inevitable. And I feel like you could be standing at a distance witnessing some sort of change happening, all right? Because you just know it is what it is, what it is, what it is. It has to be the way it has to be, and it just, things will never be the same. And that's just the way it is. This could be, what was I saying? What did I say? Congregation. So this could be something about like a large groups or groups of people. I'm getting Aquarius energy. So like large groups of people's institutions, groups. I'm also getting like Three of Cups energy, collaborations, alliances. A lot of those things are being seen in a different perspective as like, huh, right? And a lot of these revelations are like revealing the nature of these things. Like now, and if that's if it's a dark nature, then right now, if it's a light nature, then either way, whatever it is, it's going to come out. Okay. But I do feel like for a lot of these groups, alliances, collaborations, institutions, congregations, the nature of those alliances and collaborations are actually really, really negative and dark. Okay? So there's a lot of people that are like, huh, wow, I would have never guessed, huh? That's throwing me for a loop. It's a lot of that energy, like taking a step back and just like, wow. Right, light bulbs are going off. Alright. You could have known this was happening, or you could have known this was coming. Hi. You hurt your head? Let me see. Hold on. You want to take your crayons? Says you're fulfilling a dream you couldn't in a past life, and that fell right on top of divination. So you have a deep knowing of something, a deep calling, a deep pull, and you're going towards it. And now more than ever, all right, it's like this is something that you can't not do at this point. I'm hearing in the game, at this point in your journey, you can't not follow the call. You just can't. I can't explain it. All right, but like if your spirit, like if there's like I can't even explain it. It's just you can't not go against this at this point. It's just like it's like downright physically impossible. You can't. You have to go towards whatever it is that you're being called to go towards. Okay, it's like a visceral need. All right. So yeah. So whatever you're doing this. This is something that you couldn't do in the past life. I don't know if it's because there were interruptions or narratives, whatever the case it is. So we're in the age of Aquarius, right? We're in the age of Pisces. So it had to do with beliefs, right? What people wanted to believe, what they were being told to believe, illusions, smoke mirrors, delusions, things like that. So I also feel like so with Aquarius energy, there's also truths and revelations. So whatever a large group of people once believed or thought about you or in general, that's being shattered. And they're taking a step back. Huh. Alright. So there's many different things happening at the same time, many different energies at play. And without even anybody realizing or knowing, they all in a way they all have like a symbiotic relationship to each other. All right. Anyways, I have to move on now. So yeah, you're fulfilling a dream you couldn't in a past life, and you know exactly how to do this because your intuition is on point. You have tools out here, and you have skills and gifts in the spiritual. All right. So combining those two things, right? It's like baking a cake. You combine the water with the flour and the eggs. You've got all the ingredients, and you know exactly how to combine the ingredients, and you know just how much of the ingredients, right? You want to make a cake, but you want to make like a one-tiered cake. You're not going to add like 8 eggs, right? At most, you would need like maybe 1.5, maybe 2. All right, you can't split eggs, can you? So maybe 2, but I feel like you know like the recipe, the ingredients, right? And you have them all. They share the same secret as Cersei and Jaime Lannister would take you to the grave. So there's people that are so it could be about an alliance or a collaboration. So there was like a secret alliance or secret collaboration to go against you. All right. And they may not have spoke about this in person in the 3D, but in spirit, they were aligned. They had the same goal, the same object in mind, which was to deter you from fulfilling a dream that you couldn't in a past life. So in this life, they essentially banded up together to deter you from fulfilling a dream that you couldn't in your past life. But in this life, it's happening no matter what. So not only do you have support, but you know exactly what to do and how to do it. All right. And I also feel like these people who feel like this is being kept a secret, it's really not. All right, with this I keep getting like collaboration and alliances in groups of people. Blockages are removed. So yeah, whoever banded up together essentially to try to block you from fulfilling this dream that you could in a past life, to distract you, to block you, whatever, they couldn't do it. So either a Pisces is involved, a Scorpio is involved, or an Aquarius is involved. Or the whole dynamic of what a large group of people thought they believed that they could do, which was block you from fulfilling a dream that you could in a past life, because that was their belief. So that Pisces energy, group of people, they banded up together. That's that Aquarius energy to prevent something from changing in your energy, in your environment, in your dynamic, in your life. That Scorpio energy is not happening anymore. All right. But I keep getting the feeling of there was someone, so there's you in the middle. These groups of people, think of it like a donut. Okay, so you're in the middle of the donut hole, right? And then the other people would be the other ring, which would be like the donut ring that were trying to block you. And then you have the other person that is on the other side, like they're outside of the ring, outside of the donut, and they're like, huh. So they've been watching too. I feel like you're in the middle watching this happening throughout all this chaos. Someone has been on the outskirts also watching things but they're watching things from a distance. They're watching things from an outsider perspective. And it's crazy because I feel like you can see things from the inside. Someone else can see things from the outside. And these people I'm getting stuck in the middle with you. So they wanted you to be stuck in the middle with them, stuck in some sort of chaos, some sort of environment, belief, stuck not being able to fulfill a dream that you could in a past life, and that's not happening. I gotta look up that song. Hold on. Stuck in the middle with you. That's by the Steelers Wheel. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right of me. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Wow, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. So I feel like the person that's on the outskirts, they're realizing who the jokers and the clowns and like those kind of people are. They're realizing that. So I feel like that's what that is. In the beginning of the reading, I talked about how somebody is like, by you standing in your energy, maintaining your energy, it's like made them realize or see something from a different perspective. And it could be like groups of people, environments, dynamics. So they're realizing who the clowns and the jokers are in their environment. They have to take a step back and look at it, right? And now amidst all this chaos and all this whatever, you remain standing in your energy. And I feel like that really is like really making someone else like, so the collective has always been the collective. So who are all these other people? Who's this other person? Right? And it's really bringing those individuals to light. The nature of those individuals, the nature of those groups, the nature of those collaborations to light. So someone that's been on the outskirts has been like, And it's really making them reevaluate, rethink things, see things from a different perspective. Hangman energy, a lot of Pisces energy, okay? It's really, really like, would you look at that? Okay, a lot of that energy. I think I'm done with that song. I don't really need to look anything else up. Oh my goodness. So the first card that I see in reverse is the Fool reverse. So these people thought that they would be able to start something new, or they'd be able to get something done by blocking you. We got Aquarius energy again. I have been picking up Aquarius, but we have Aquarius here. Friendships, hopes, dreams, community, large groups, rebel against societal norms, deep thinkers, self-realizations, regulation. And then all blockages are removed again, right there. So I feel like by you being in the energy of listening to your calling, following your heart, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. So by you being in that energy and just like, if you guys want to do whatever you guys want to do, go ahead, do what you want to do. But I'm going to listen to my heart. And that really stands out. It really is shaking up someone's beliefs. Like, damn, if they're following the heart, why can't none of you guys do that? Why is it so difficult for you guys? Why are you guys... Someone is really thrown for a loop when it comes to you. It's the way you reacted or your lack of reaction. Someone is really like... I don't know, like they're dumbfounded. Like their flabbers are gasted. They're just really shocked and like, huh. Like it's really like... I don't know. They're just like stumped. They're stumped. Okay? Rebel against societal norms. And it could have to do with the fact that... Okay, yeah, it could have to do with the fact that just something that you're not... You following your heart, in a way, it goes against societal norms because society, thank you, usually doesn't go for their heart. They usually don't listen to their heart. They usually don't, you know, they don't have it in their heart to express themselves and be who they want to be, right? Usually society is all about copy, paste, right? Status quo, right? It's a lot of that. So here you are, well, I'm going to do what I want. That's not making me happy, so I'm not going to do that. And that's really throwing somebody for a loop because it's like, huh, so that is possible. You really can do that. So why aren't you guys doing that? All right. Huh. I did not know that. We have the Two of Pentacles on the fence. All right. I feel like you're with the all blockages are removed. The way you're able to balance things out is it's very balanced. There's nothing. I don't know how to say this. It's like you're not living a hard life. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. Instead of kisses, we get tricked. It's a hard knock life. That's not you. I don't feel like it's you. I feel like these people that banded up together that will never admit that they banded up together with the same common enemy or the same common goal to take you down, to block you, to distract you. They wanted you to have like a hard knock life, like a hard life, suffering, blah, 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 blah. But how can that be when there's nothing blocking you? There's what struggles? What hardships? Where are they? They couldn't do that. And I feel like if they were trying to block you from fulfilling a dream you couldn't in a past life by giving you struggles and hardships, and you were just like, I eat those hardships. I eat those struggles. Right? That's the breakfast of champions. So it's like it's not working. Even if they were throwing things at you, I don't know, you're really good at balancing things out. It's so funny because the way he's looking at these Two Pentacles, he's like smirking. He's like, yeah. Like, look at the way he's looking at these pentacles. Hold on, let me see if I can. There you go. See him? He's smirking. Him smirking. Oh my God, he's smirking. Right? Two Pentacles is also the Two of Wands or the Two of Trees. Yeah, the Two of Trees. That's the Two of Trees. Oh, they're down here, right here. These two little trees. I feel like somebody wanted you to be in that energy, having to juggle and do things on your own, having to grow things on your own, maintain things on your own, juggle things on your own, your stability, your finances, your resources. They wanted you to do that on your own so that way you would struggle, because if you are by yourself, then it'll be like 10 times as hard or twice as hard, whatever the case it is. But that was never ever going to be it for you, because I don't know, that wasn't the plan for the Most High God for you. That's not what it was for you. So I feel like these people wanted to cause these things for you out in the physical, so that way you'd be too distracted and too exhausted and too tired to fulfill a dream that you couldn't in a past life, too confused, too exasperated, too apathetic, like you just don't care anymore. What dreams? Who cares about dreams? But that Aquarius energy is all about hopes, dreams, and future. That star energy in tarot, right? So it was like you'd be too tired and exhausted in the 3D that you wouldn't listen to your heart. Okay? It didn't work. My phone is going off. We have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like these people that banded together, they wanted your energy to be all over the place, right? So that way you wouldn't have enough energy. Like, if you've got your energy at this job, this career, and the relationship, and this home, and then that, and then this, and then bills, and then that, you wouldn't have enough energy to yourself. It's getting like, I'm getting fragments. I have this deck, and in that deck, it's called Fragmented, or Fragment, right? And it's basically talking about how, like, when you're all over the place, your energy is all over the place, right? And you're too busy, too tired, too distracted to be able to call your energy back, right? So that way you'd be whole again. I feel like that was the purpose of this. That way, you'd be too busy juggling this over there, and this over there, and this over there, and that over here, and that over here, and you wouldn't have time for yourself to follow your dreams and your goals and your hopes. But that never happened, because look at the Four of Pentacles upright. You're holding on to your energy. You have your energy fine. Your finances are fine. Your knowledge is fine. You're perfectly fine holding on to whatever it is that you're holding on to. So, I also feel like they could have wanted you to have your energy like thrown around with them, like this karmic friendship, this karmic friendship, this karmic relationship, this karmic relationship, right? Feeling that you had to put pieces of yourself in those relationships, and you're like, no, I'm gonna hold on to my energy. That doesn't feel good. That's not making me happy. I don't like that. I don't want that. All right. And I think that is the funniest thing. I think that is the funniest thing ever, right? Because that's part of standing in your energy, your boundaries, what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like, and knowing that, right? Knowing what you will stand for, and knowing what you will. I'm not good with that. All right. And I feel like that really helped you keep your energy the way you needed to keep your energy. Anyways, the Four of Trees is also the Four of Pentacles. So we've got 4 trees. There's like a little house there, a little truck. So you've been able to maintain your energy, stand in your own energy. And because you were doling out your energy, right? It's been growing. I keep getting like Tsunade from Naruto. She's really good like with chakra, and so she's got like this diamond on her forehead, and that's where she stores all her chakra when she's not using it. So I feel like it's like that for you. Like if you're not using the energy, you're not gonna like waste it. You're gonna store it within you until you actually need it, right? And then when you need like a big blast of energy, you got it. You're good. You haven't been wasting your energy and like, I'm gonna put this here and this here and this here and this here and this here. You haven't been doing that. So when you need to use your energy for whatever, you have more than enough for what you need to use your energy for. Okay? And I feel like that was kind of like, let's distract them, let's make them exhausted, let's make them suffer, let's make them juggle. And you're like, that doesn't feel good. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. And people don't realize you have a choice. You have a choice. You always have a choice. I'm good. I don't want to do that. Very easy. Right? But they didn't want you to believe that. They wanted you to feel like you had to pour into this, and you had to do that, and you had to go along with this, and you had to sacrifice that, and you had to blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, if it's not for your highest good, no, you don't. No. God wouldn't like... anyways, whatever. Let's move on, because I gotta make dinner after this. I got time actually, but still. So someone is so shocked by this. They're shocked. You mean to tell me there's another way to live? There's another possibility? There's another path? There's another choice? Not only that, but the fact, wait, I don't have to do this? I don't have to like this? I don't have to pour into that? Huh. Someone is really shocked by that because it's so easy for you because of how effortlessly you make it seem to stand in your own energy. Okay? And, I'm getting, every time I look at the sun, I feel like you are like this sun, and you just like seep and ooze like sunshine through you. And people are just like waiting to like catch a drop of sun, right? It's so funny because look, it's like this sun is like, it's like oozing droplets of sun, I'm also getting I don't, oh my gosh, sorry, I get so excited and it just comes out and I can't. I'm trying to. Okay, there's a movie called Tangled, right? It's like Rapunzel, but like the Disney version. It's exactly that. But in the beginning of the movie, it talked about how there was like a flower, and the reason why the flower came to be is because there was a drop of golden sun. A drop of sun literally fell onto the golden flower, right? And I feel like you are essentially the sun, and people are wanting to be around you, hoping, praying that a drop of your golden sun would, you know, rain down or touch them or, you know, make them shining and bright and warm. I just seen 30/30, all right? So you could have a lot of people that want to be around your energy right now because they want to be able to have a drop of your golden sun to rain down on them. They want to, you know, it's like catching the raindrops, but what your sun drops. Okay? They want that. Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. Never let it fade away. Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. Save it for a rainy day. So yeah, the sun is a star. Alright, so people are just like getting close to you. People could be coming out of the woodworks, out of the past, whatever, hoping that if they hold your hands out, you would bless them with the drop of your golden sun. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Yeah, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That song. Do, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. A lot of sunshine, warmth, Leo 5th house energy here that you're like embodying. And you're standing in that. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me get 2 more. And then I gotta close the reading. The Empress upright. I love that for you. That's your energy. And we have the Peacock, right? The Peacock and the Empress. That's the Empress and the Peacock. The Empress has a crown of stars, by the way. Right? She's leading the way to the future. People want to be around you because you've got all this star-like energy. You've got the sun, and maybe you'll bless them with one of your drops of golden sun, your drop of star, right? Catch a falling star and pull it in your pocket. Save it for a rainy day, right? This Empress has a crown of stars. Look. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also feel like 666 is also wake up to your higher and spiritual truth. So you've listened to something. You've awakened. You're following your calling. All right? People were trying to block an Empress from being able to do that. And somebody's watching you be the Empress standing in your power. And you know how to listen to the divine. With that Peacock, because peacocks are also like messengers. I think it's Juno. She's a messenger. Roman is Juno is her Roman name, I believe. She's a messenger goddess, so you could be in communication with the divine and you're standing in your power. You're not, these people energetically are beneath you, and it's crazy because as they are energetically, spiritually beneath you, they wanted you to not fulfill your purpose so that way they can feel better about themselves for their lack of effort. Because if you want to be copy paste, that's fine. If you want to be status quo, that's fine. If you're too afraid to live out the box, that's fine. But don't be trying to make somebody else feel some type of way because they're not afraid to, and they're not gonna. I don't want to be in a box, right? And I feel like somebody's realizing that, like, wow, it's really inspiring someone to the point where they're like shocked, like they're like, what the heck am I watching? They don't understand it, but they're like enthralled. They want to see more. They're inspired. They're like, oh my gosh, more. But they don't know what it is, right? They're just like being drawn in, and it's like changing the dynamics of their beliefs. Okay, last one. I also feel like whoever these people are, spiritually, it's like a wasteland. It's like a barren wasteland, okay? That's not your problem. I don't know if you can see the difference between what she's looking out, right? And then over here in the 4 of trees, look at all those trees. They got a house, you've got yard, little truck, beep beep, right? So yeah, one more. Past lives. And then death. So you could be a Scorpio. This was something about the transformation, how things once was is no longer a collaboration. It could be people, a beliefs, a dynamic, an alliance, right? I'm also getting like the foundation of a group of people, the foundation of an alliance, the foundation of a congregation, an institution, right? The foundation of why something came to be, or the belief, the core belief as to why something was built, right? Why something was brought together, why these people decided to, you know, be friends or collaborate or whatever the case it is. It's really, it was to bother and attack you and to go against you, and to distract you. And that didn't work. These people are going to be stuck in the past, and you get to move forward in the future, right? You are the immortal soul. And someone's really shocked by that, because it's like, wow, that's what the future looks like. I want that. I want to be part of that. I want to be involved in that. I want to be part of the future, because the past is the past. If you're stuck in the past, you can't be in the future. Somebody on the outskirts has been watching these people and has been watching you, and they're like, wow, I want to be part of the future. I can't believe there was another path the entire time. Okay. We have death. Oh wait, that's death. In life there is death, and beauty there is, you know, in death there is beauty, I should say. And then past lives. All these people, all this belief, all of these, what they thought once was, it's no more, right? I also feel like these people, what they thought they were once following, the light, the way, an ideal, whatever, what they thought they were following, and they believed this was the way to be. They believed that what they were following was the light. This could even be a group of people, they swore up and down that somebody was an OG, was like, they could have sworn that somebody was a legit person. Like, they could have thought this feminine she's amazing, she's the way, she knows what she's doing, she's legit. Or this is masculine, like, he's a stand-up guy, he's a pillar in the community, and blah 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 blah, right? And you got this group of people following this false light. They thought this person was it, only for them to realize, like, that's not. You mean to tell me, like, if this was the light that we're changing, how come everything's crashing and falling around for us? How come we're stuck in the past and the collective is got forward movements and blah 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 blah? A lot of people are realizing that they were following a false light, right? A false individual, a false belief. They're realizing, and it's really shocking to them, because it's like, now imagine when you believe something, or you believe a person to be who they are, whatever the case it is, only for you to wake up one day, or just it coming out of like nowhere, only for you to look at them and be like, wow, you really are not who you said you were. Or, wow, you really are not who they said you were. You know? So you've got somebody that's really like reevaluating things heavily, okay? Heavily. Because they were following a false light. Alright? And by you standing in your energy, it revealed, like, your light is always going to be your light. You don't have to put on neon signs and say, yes, I'm the way. No, you don't need to do that, because the sun is always going to be the sun. All right? So this is your reading. Bye.